Yo, welcome to Smooth, and thank you for joining me in this Primal Skills workout. In this session, we'll be developing rhythm, strength, and coordination with fun and challenging moves that you're going to want to use in your practice. You don't need any equipment for this workout, just your body and a little room to move around. I'm going to give you a few seconds to get ready, and if you're digging this video already, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let's hop into that warm-up. Starting off with some seal jacks right here. So we're gonna go ahead and come out here. Arms are gonna come with us like so, and bring them back in. So right here. Strong and connected through the feet. While I'm going through this, I'm really focusing on good posture, eyes up, and allowing my hips to start to get warmed up. Allow that T-spine, that chest to be nice and open and expressed. And again, eyes forward, even look around, get used to your surroundings. I was gonna do this one outside today, but it's like 8 degrees and snowing. So we'll save that for another time. Let's keep going here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. Just get a little pulse and shake through the body. Next up, we're gonna wake up our hands. So I'm gonna simply look at all this detail in my hand right here. This other hand, this palm's gonna come up here, and I'm gonna switch. So really in my eyes, really reaching through my fingertips right here, getting those shoulders awake, connecting them to your hands. Yeah, waking those senses up. Continuing to open up through the shoulder and the neck here. Breathing. Let's keep this going here for 3, 2, 1. And rest. Next up, we're gonna get wide through the feet here and take it into a lateral hinge or founder. So I'm gonna karate chop my right hip right here. Both hips are gonna go back. I'm gonna reach that left palm out in front like I'm serving you something right here. You're gonna feel a lot of lateral load right here. Drive through this leg, drive back in the hip, and we're simply gonna switch sides. Continuing to pull back through the hips and getting that nice stretch through the inner thigh. Reaching nice and long through the body, but making sure we're staying connected to the torso with our shoulder. Next time you come over to the right side, we're gonna hold here, okay? So externally rotating through the thumb, all the way up through the shoulder. Breathing. Driving that foot to the ground. Building up some of that heat. Keep pulling back through the hips. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing, coming into that hold. Externally rotating through the thumb and the shoulder here, connecting those dots. Breathing. Stand up, and we're gonna go one hinge forward right here. So reaching hips away from hands, hands away from hips, driving those fingertips together. And let's get an outward anchor here. So we're gonna spread the floor, internally rotating or torquing those hips just a little bit. Eyes up. Pressing through the fingers again, finding those lats right there, pulling the shoulders into the lats. Letting the hips do the work. Let's hold here for 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, go ahead and rest. Shake it out. Whew. A little twist through the body. Next up, we're gonna take it into our coiling march right here. So I'm gonna reach long, and that long side is gonna be the side of the foot planting into the ground. And then I'm going to go strong with flexing through the hip and side bending on this side. So You can see I'm going a little bit wider here. Noticing that weight shift from side to side. Eyes remain forward. It's easy for me right here to either look at the camera or look out the window at all that beautiful snow. But using that visual field to create some stability, create some consistency. Long on one side, reaching nice and long, pulling down on the other side. You can either go palm forward here, or you can go palm towards yourself. So up to you. Activating the lines through the body, bringing out the towel, breathe in nice and tall. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Oh man, got those side booties activated. Last thing we're gonna do here is simply some crawling. So, gonna get down into your cat position here. Let's elevate those knees off the ground. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Gonna really focus on engaging through the ground here. So, that slow tempo, that quiet cat right here can be really good for us to interact with the ground. Let's keep rolling here for about 15 more seconds. Waking up those hands, waking up those shoulders, the core, the breath. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Nice work. We got one more set of crawls coming up. So standing up, walking around, getting familiar with your space. Even if it's the space you always move in, be curious, what's going on? Taking some nice deep breaths. Ooh, what's in this box? Thank you, Sterling. All that good stuff. Okay, let's get into the crawls. So, bear crawl, coming into that cat, pulling back through the hips, knee bend's fine, just active through here, different angle. Again, quiet bear. Rolling through the heel of the hand onto the fingertips as you're going forward. And then as we're going back, fingertips then heel. Fingertips then heel. Keep pulling back through the hips, making this a nice stretch through the back line of the body. Again, use the knee bend. Breathing. Taking it slow. Let's go 15 more seconds. Going 3, 2, 1. All right, that's our warm up. So you probably know the drill for our skill sessions. We're gonna go 3 exercises. We're gonna go 1 minute workshop period, followed by a minute of work, giving us 2 minutes to really work with the movement, followed up by 30 to 40 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna do 3 rounds of that circuit. Get ready, we're hopping into our first exercise right now. First move we're hitting today is the Jenga. So we're gonna start with a wide-ish stance right here. You can kind of think of this as your horse stance. And all we're gonna do here is take this left leg right here, bring it back into a lunge while that left arm protects our face right here. So you kind of reach right here, and then I'm gonna step back up through the center, making sure I'm feeling low, pulling back through the hips, feeling a nice stretch here. Same thing, switching sides. This arm comes back, this arm comes up. I'm back here in the lunge. So passing through the center right here. Let's get a couple more reps in this workshop period. Coming back here, establishing this nice active base. Let's just stretch here for about 10 seconds. Breathing into it, maybe reaching up. Stepping through the center right here. And then coming back through here. Once again, getting used to this lunge position, getting situated, and we're gonna get to work. Let's start everybody in the center right here. We're gonna step back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, see if we can smooth that out a little bit more. Solid right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can see I kind of drop back here a little bit, sink into the front, coming through the center, drop back, sinking through the front, coming through the center. Keep those arms moving. Let's go ahead and rest. Taking some breaths. Feel free to get into those hips, feeling into anything that might still need a little warming up to get it fully into that Jenga. That one's gonna get us. First round might have seemed easy. We'll see, we'll see. Next up, we're gonna drop down into our monkey position here, and we're gonna work on the forward monkey. So what I wanna focus on here is reaching out in front, establishing a nice firm base with my hands, and being able to pull myself up through here, okay? So with that, I also wanna be able to travel back. Now, we've done these before, so if this is kind of base level for you, what I want you to focus on is getting a little hand balance in there. So as I come through here, I put a little bit more weight through my hands, and then I bring the feet right there. So, okay, so you can work on just sort of slowing that down as you come into your monkey position right there. So once again, not required, but you can slowly start to ease into that as the hands wake up. I'm coming forward here, and then I can add a little bit of that handstand action. Let's get to work. We've got forward monkeys for a minute. Again, active through the hands as you press into the ground right here, whether you're going forward or back. Think about that breath, or at least using the core to press into the ground. So maybe not that forceful right there, but I can drive that pressure through my breath into the pressure through my hands. Again, as you're going through this, does not matter. We can be a little bit wider through the hands. That set position might just be a little bit wider for you. Few more seconds of work and rest. Awesome job. Use this opportunity if you need to get into the wrists. We are coming back down to the ground right after this one. So rolling the wrists, waking up the hands, feeling that connection into our armpits, into the midline of the body. We'll get rolling here in just about 5 seconds. We're gonna go into the under switch to side kick through. One of my favorite little sequences, and it's got a little breakdancey feel to it. So I'm gonna come into that cat position, knees elevated off the ground. I'm gonna go under switch, kick through. Come back through, under switch, kick through. So again, we're going left leg under switch here to right leg under switch, coming back to that cat position. You're gonna be facing basically perpendicular to where you started. Hit that kick through, Come back through, same thing. Right leg under switch, left leg under switch, and then right leg side kick through. All right, so we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Getting to work here, side kick through. You know these moves. Now it's just you staying engaged, smoothing out those transitions. For this first set, I really want you to focus on the smooth transitions, especially through the shoulders. So engaging the ground with your hands and feeling that support up through the shoulders and the core. Feeling the rotation through the shoulders as you go through it. Keep going, almost finished. If you make a mistake like I've done a couple times, that's okay, right? Find that flow, find the sequence. And rest. Oh yeah, good stuff. If you're feeling it in the shoulders, you want to double down on that. Little pulses through the shoulders. Waking things up. Yes, we're gonna need our arms later on, but we're gonna go into the lower body next. So, whatever you need, you know the Jenga's coming up. So that might mean getting into the inner thighs, getting into the lunge. We're gonna get rolling in 5 seconds here. All right, Jenga time. We're gonna add something to this. So same count, we're gonna count to 8. What I'm gonna do is, I'm here, gonna step back with my left, 1, then gonna pivot both of my feet. This arm's gonna help me come over into my hips. My eyes stay right at you, right there. And then I'm gonna pivot this back foot. That's 3, 4. So other side, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that one more time. So I'm back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Really getting into those positions, feeling the pivots. I'm gonna turn around and we're gonna do it together. Let's get it going. So I'm stepping back with my left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it going. You got 15 more seconds of work. Own tempo. Maybe you can get a better feel for it. We're gonna pick it up in the next round. So just master the pattern, the count. You got this. And rest. Nice work. Same deal. You wanna get those shoulders ready to go for those forward monkeys, those baby handstands. Feel free to simply open up the wrists above the head with a nice little figure 8. Or out here in front, whatever. Getting things prepped, taking some breaths, staying moving. It is getting steamy in here. We'll get started here in just about 5 seconds. So let's drop down into that monkey right here. Now, placing those hands in front, going forward. That's our base right there, okay? Eyes come through. I can even bring my hands up like this. I like that right there for us to just reset. Now, if you want to add that next level, I'm simply coming here. I want to feel my weight roll through my hand, right? So I roll through, I'm up, and then I come back down And let's add that piece right there. I really like that, making sure we bring our eyes and our chest up every single time in between. It's gonna take a little bit of the work out of it too once we get towards the end, making sure we get high quality reps here. So we got about 15 seconds. If you just wanna practice 1 or 2 of these before we hop into our work set, you know what to do. So. Bringing those hands up. Let's get to work. 1 minute of those forward monkeys, maybe with that baby handstand. Remembering we can go back. You can practice that same sort of baby handstand. And this can be really small, guys. We don't have to overdo it. Really want to make sure we just get used to putting a little bit more pressure through those hands. Whoop, it can be just that. I'm losing a little focus on those eyes and those arms coming up. So again, just a nice reminder. About 10 more seconds of work. And rest. Woo! Alrighty. Taking a little time, if you need to, opening up those wrists. And we're gonna get going with that under switch to side kick through sequence in just about 5 seconds. We'll get on the ground. All right, so setting up in that cat position here, getting solid through the hands right here. Again, remembering we want to feel that engagement and that rotation through the shoulders. So as I elevate right here and I take it into my first under switch, this is what I want to focus on, driving that hand in the ground, noticing that rotation into external right there. And then same thing, I'm going external with this shoulder into more internal and then right into the kick through. So it's gonna be right leg under, left leg under, and then right leg kick. Left leg under, right leg under, and then left leg kick. Okay, so that's a nice little sequence you can remember right there. If you mess it up throughout, that's okay. Take a second, take a breath, get back into the flow. Let's get rolling here with our minute of work in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it going. Again, doing your best to stay engaged through the hands right here. And really focus on getting into the hips as well. So as you bring that knee through in this hip, feeling that extension all the way up through the hip. And remember, it's going to be opposite legs with each step. It's right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Keep it going. Almost there. And let's go ahead and rest. 2 rounds down, shaking the body out. You know what's coming up. We got the Jenga. Taking whatever time you need to get into those legs. Wake them back up. We'll get rolling here in just about 5 seconds. So a few aesthetic things that we can work on in the workshop period. So I think one of the things is understanding the weight transfer. So when I'm here, I take that step back. I want to create space for my opponent. At least that's the idea, right? So I can kind of shift back through here and then feel the load through here. I'm low, passing through the center, coming back like so. Now, when we go to that pivot or that additional dodge right here, I can think I'm here, gonna sweep this hand over, and then I can swim this hand back like that. That brings me right back into it. So a couple things for you to work on. Weight comes back, I come through. Weight comes back, I swim over, I swim back over, and I'm right back through the center. I'm gonna count things off in our work set, and we're gonna pick up the tempo as we go throughout. Let's get it going. Let's go left leg back first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get low here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pick up the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it going at your own tempo. Use those aesthetics. Sinking back, swimming, swimming out of there. Staying in the legs. And rest. Awesome work. Let's keep it going. Keep the body moving. Maybe a little bounce through the lower body. Getting those hands, getting those shoulders ready for some work. We're gonna get rolling on the ground with the forward and backward monkey in 5 seconds. So intention remains the same. Grounding into our hands, putting pressure through our hands into the ground, and we're gonna feel that pressure and that connection up the chain right here. So again, I'm reaching my hands forward, feel that roll onto the hands. Let's just get a few of these right here where we come back, just a rock back into the hips, bringing the eyes up, getting used to rolling onto the hand. Now after that, I come through with my feet and whatever I can in terms of bringing those feet forward. If it's on the outside, great. If not, not worried about it. And then traveling back, I place my hands right here. Again, ground in, rolling through the hands, pressing back. Add a bit of lift if you got it. If not, just really making yourself work with focus on connection. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's get it. Drive that pressure into the ground. Bringing those eyes up in between each rep. I know I wasn't doing it. That's why I'm reminding you. Whoo! Keep working. I'm gassed. Finishing strong, high quality reps. Doing what you can. And rest. Last movement coming up. Making sure we're not finishing too early in our heads. We got a couple more minutes of work. Catching your breath. Stretching out your face, stretching out your hands, kicking out the legs, bouncing around. You know the deal. Stay moving. Stay smoothing. We're gonna get rolling here in just about 5 seconds. We're gonna add an element of explosiveness to that side kick through. And you have possibly practiced this in another workout earlier on. So what I want to do here is, and this takes some control, right? But I want to be explosive. So let's say I go side kick through to the left. I want to bring this leg back and I want to switch my feet. So I go, and now I'm on my left foot. So I'll show you from the back. So I'm here, I go, kick through. Then this is the leg I'm going to land on the way back. So, and then kick through, or under switch, right? So when I go to that under switch, I'm going to go under switch. I can hop under switch. When I come back, so I've got a little bit more bounce through there. That's something you can add in this round. Let's get to work. Last minute. Again, adding the hop where you can. Right here's kind of a tough hop when you're going through the crab. So just recognize that. Stay safe, stay connected. It's gonna allow you to be a little bit more explosive, a little bit more tempo with your movement. Finishing strong. Slow it down if you need to. And rest. Whew. That smooth skill sesh. Let's take it into the cool down. Already on the ground here, we're gonna take it into a shin box switch. Just catch our breath there and take it into our first cool down movement. So inhaling nice and tall through here, using this hand as a nice support, not dumping into the shoulder. Active, treating that as a side plank. If we need to walk the hand out a little bit further, that's fine too. That might even be a little bit more challenging through the core. So I come here, active through my hips, making sure I'm driving the motion of my knees through my hips. Inhale here, exhale. All right, so the next time I come over here, I'm gonna plant that hand. I really need that support. And I'm gonna start to bring my hips through. So I'm gonna come up through my hips. I like to peel the ankle, the heel away in the back right here. Gets a nice stretch through the foot and the ankle, up to you. So I come here and I reach up in line with my arm right here, my shoulder, doing my best to stay engaged through the core, sinking back down into the hips. Big important key right there. Really get that nice little stretch through that side booty, that back booty right there. So reach, sinking back in. So staying active with that switch. Taking some extra time if you ever need it to really breathe into some spots. Let's go one more each side there. Last thing we're gonna do, sinking down into the hips a little bit, just sinking the level, bouncing a little bit right here, and we'll just take it into our chi twist. Allowing things to rotate through the foot, the ankle, the knee, the hips, the torso, the shoulders, the head and the neck. You can always play with really cinching down, let's say the lower body, the hips, and just focusing on the upper body. Maybe adding a little bit more neck in there. This is your time to really settle into the body. Shaking in place right here, pulsing through the ground. showing a bunch of gratitude for your practice and for yourself for showing up to the practice. And I encourage you to stay here, bounce around as long as you need to. That's a wrap. Stay smooth.